heart's on fire for Elvira. Eyes that look like heaven, lips like cherry wine. That girl can sure enough make my little light shine. And I get a funny feeling up and down my spine, 'cause I know my Elvira's mine. And I'm singing Elvira, Elvira. My heart's on fire for Elvira. Giddy up, boom, bop, mow, mow. Giddy up, boom, bop, mow, mow. Hi, oh silver, hey. Hi, I'm Doc Marshall for Lessons.io. Let's do a fun song today, okay? This was written back in 1970 by Kenny Rogers, believe it or not. The Oak Ridge Boys are the ones that made it famous. And of course it's a lot of fun to do, and it's very simple too. It's in the key of G, and the chords you're going to need are G, you're going to need a D, or in this case D7, or you can play the D here, or you can play the D here, or you can play the D here. Just play that D chord, okay? So you need a G, you need a D, you need a G7, you need a C, you need a D7, and you need a B flat. And when you put all those together in the right proportions, you got a nice song, okay? So, let's look at the strumming. You want to get real bassy on this. Notice I'm not hitting these strings up here, but I'm hitting all the bass stuff and all the, maybe the first 4 strings, okay? And I'm attacking the guitar, meaning that I'm hitting the strings with a little bit of force here. This is not a gentle tune. Okay, so that strum, short like that. And notice my left hand, I'm pulsating. I'm putting the strings down with my fingers, and then I'm picking the fingers up. Okay, so that's where I get that. Gives a little personality to the strumming, okay? So, let's look how the song goes together. We start out with that heavy G, right? Elvira, Elvira, my heart's on fire. Fire is D. Fire, Elvira. Back to the same. Keep it going now. Eyes that look like heaven, lips like cherry wine. The girl can sure enough make my little light shine. I get a funny feeling, that's your G7, up and down my spine. Now notice over there, I get a funny feeling, now with my G7, and now we go to C, up and down my spine. Okay, just those 2 chords. That's C to B flat. And then we go back to, 'cause I know my Elvira's mine. And I'm singing, notice that D7, that's your turnaround chord, okay? I'm singing Elvira. Okay, that's where you're going to start the second part. But let's look at the first part once again. You got your G going. I look like heaven, and so on. To make my little light shine. Back to your G. I get a funny feeling, that's G7. And now go to your C. Up and down my spine. So you sing the words, and then you hit the C again, which you're already on. So you hit C, B flat, and it's quick. Then then go back to your G again. But I know my Elvira's mine. So that only happens once, and that happens in the first verse. And it happens every time you go back to that verse as well, of course. So it's mainly you're on a G chord most of the time. And then you drop back to your D, but then go right back to your G again, okay? And now we're going to embellish that G with a G7. Just pick that pinky up. Or you could play it down here. And this G7 goes into the C chord. Up and down my spine. Okay? And then back. Goes on to G, know that my Elvira's mine, 'cause I'm singing. So that's D7 is outside of the last line. 'Cause I know my Elvira's mine. D7, singing Elvira. See, right back in that G chord. Elvira. My heart's on fire, deep Elvira. And now comes the fun part. You stay on that G chord. Giddy up a boom, papa, mow, mow. Now do that again. Giddy up a boom, papa, mow, mow. And then we go to high, oh silver, away. And then hit that D7 because that's your turnaround chord. That sets you up for the next verse or chorus or whatever. And then you go back to the G again. So we're staying on that G chord pretty much the whole song. And the second verse is G to D, the G to D. So you've only got those two to worry about. The only thing that's going to be different in the first verse is going to be that C. From the G, I get a funny feeling. That's G7. So now I go to C. Up and down my spine. That's C, B flat. 'Cause now you're back on G. 'Cause I know my D, Elvira's mine. G. Turnaround chord. And there you have it. That's all that there is to this nice song. It's a lot of fun. The more you play it, the more fun it is, and you get everybody singing along and stomping and everything. So it's just pure fun. Okay? Back in 1970. Who would have thought? If you have some questions, give us some questions in the comments, or comments on the song, or if you'd like to see other ways of doing the song, or a different key, or whatever your question might be, let me know, and we'll do that. Don't forget to subscribe. Very important to subscribe. And I'll see you next time. I'm Doc Marshall. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.